Mr. General.
Dr. Caldwell. Here. Dina Hernandez.
Here.
Ortiz.
Here.
Seaward. Salee.
Here.
Mr. Spencer. Here. Mr. Varela. Mr. Gordo.
Here.
Sevilla.
Here.
Have a quorum.
Thank you. Turning it to Dr. Johnson for item number 2. A reminder that the next regular monthly Board of Education meeting will be held on Tuesday, February 20th, 2024, beginning at 7 p.m. at New Brunswick High School in the auditorium. Moving to item number 3, presentation, January 2024 school board. Sorry,
It's okay. So I'd just like to begin first off by just noting that January is School Board Recognition Month, and we would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our Board of Education members for their commitment to the students of New Brunswick. Per the proclamation signed by Governor Phil Murphy, and I would like to read the proclamation, where it states, whereas New Jersey Public Schools serve nearly 1.4 million children in pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, and whereas New Jersey's approximately 5,000 local Board of Education members and charter school and Renaissance School Project Board of Trustees members devote countless hours without remuneration to the oversight of public school operations, including finances, policy, curriculum, and staff. And whereas, as the policy-making bodies for the public schools, New Jersey Local Board of Education and Board of Trustees endeavor to meet the challenges facing public schools and to help students attain the education necessary for post-secondary success and to compete in a global economy. And whereas local boards of education and boards of trustees have contributed to New Jersey being among the leading states in measures of academic and the preparation for post-secondary attainment through advanced placement courses and other curricular offerings, and whereas the New Jersey School Boards Association has declared January 2024 to be School Board Recognition Month, and whereas the New Jersey School Boards Association has declared January 24th to be School Board Recognition Month. Doubled. Whereas by making meaningful contributions to public education, the dedicated members of local school boards and board of trustees have greatly enhanced the quality of life in our state. Now therefore, I, Philip D. Murphy, Governor of the state of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim January 2024 as School Board Recognition Month. Congratulations on the notices. I just want to personally just say that I have a lot to say about this board, and I can't say how much you do for this community. Serving as a superintendent for the past 8 years, you have demonstrated the will to do what's right. The countless hours, the countless commitments that you have sacrificed and put into to better serve and improve the education, not only in our schools, throughout the community, cannot go unnoticed. And it's a pleasure as a superintendent to work alongside you. Many may not know the tough conversations that we have where you hold us and our leadership teams and our principals accountable for continuous improvement. Those conversations make me understand how dedicated and how much you care for the students here and the children in the city. And I just want you to know to continue those conversations because it keeps us grounded in the work. It makes us understand the commitment to community. It makes us understand the commitment to achievement. And it's a pleasure for me to work alongside you. And I continue with each and every one of you, your diverse perspectives and the knowledge that you bring. I will say, not that I've sit on many other boards, but just watching other boards, that you are one of the best boards here in New Jersey. So that just concludes my remarks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson. Now it's time, if I may take a pause to do another special recognition for someone that's very special to the district. Over the course of the 2.5 decades, Mr. Janarone has not only been a guardian of fiscal responsibility, but also has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the values and vision of our educational community. Mr. Janarone, your service as a school administrator and board secretary has been nothing short of exceptional. On behalf of the Board of Education, remember that New Brunswick Public Schools would always be your home. We wish you all the best and congratulations on your retirement. So if you may please come.
Speech, speech, speech. Rich, just come and sit up here for a second. Just for a second. Surprises, surprises. Don't worry, you don't have to sit up here for the whole meeting. I know you have a lot to do. But I'm not going to say much. We've been speaking a lot with different groups, but just publicly, I just think everyone needs to know what a great leader you are. 25 years of service in our district. The work that you have done to make sure that our district is financially stable. You know, those are all the great things, but what no one can take away from you is the relationship that you have built along the way. And in order to move a district forward, you have to be very keen in the relationship building, but, you know, showing a sense of empathy, because everything comes your way. And I've learned from you that, you know, everyone has a perspective. And regardless of how you feel, you have to try and understand their perspective. So when I first met you, you were yeah to everybody. Yeah. And I was like, why is everything yeah? But I learned exactly your listening skills and your ability to problem solve. It's something that I will take personally with me as I continue to lead. Okay? But before you leave, people put together a little something for you. Yes. So we'll just take a quick look at this, okay?
Congratulations on your retirement, Mr. Janarone. We wish you all the best. Thank you for your 25 years of service and dedication to our students and our community. We're truly grateful. And just as we say to our graduates, I say to you, congratulations, Zebra. You have earned your stripes. Hey.
Listen, I want to just take a little time to say thank you for all the assistance you gave me throughout your time here in Brunswick.
Hi, Rich. Congratulations on your retirement. We hope that you will get to rest, relax, and enjoy this much-deserved achievement. You will always be a pillar to the NBES community, and we will miss you dearly. Cheers to you. Happy retirement.
Happy retirement!
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to thank you for your leadership, and I want to thank you for being a role model of dedication and strong work ethics.
Hi, Rich. So you finally made it. Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you so much for your 25 years of service to the students of New Brunswick Public Schools.
Happy retirement.
Most of all, thank you. You've been really a great mentor and provided me some sage advice over the last couple of years, and really helped me out. So, happy retirement. Hopefully we meet again.
Rich, on behalf of Human Resources, congratulations on your retirement. 25 years at New Brunswick Public Schools. Thank you for your service and commitment.
Hey Rich, good luck and well wishes.
Congratulations!
Hey Rich, remember last week when you were coming in, I stopped you and I said that I needed another $100 for paper clips. I was wrong. I need 200. Good luck to you, sir.
Congratulations! Make sure you get lots of rest.
And then finish the hobby to-do list. You're gonna be missed plenty. And thank you so much for all your support throughout these years. You will be missed.
Congratulations!
You will really be missed. Good luck in your next adventure. Remember us and keep in touch.
Best wishes from the accounting department.
Hey Rich, I want to wish you an amazing retirement. You deserve it. You've put in a lot of time. Thank you for the service that you have provided to New Brunswick and for the compassion and fairness that you have demonstrated our members when issues have arisen. And I will miss you at negotiations. Have an amazing retirement.
Hey Richie Rich! The Curriculum and Instruction Department would love to congratulate you on your retirement and most importantly, approve our budget!
Hey, Rich, you're on your way. We're going to surely miss you. When I think about you and think about the work that you have done here in New Brunswick, there are a lot of words that I can speak on. But there are some that I just think it's worth knowing. First off, your commitment and dedication to the city of New Brunswick, to the school district. 25 years. 25 years of hard work. 25 years of long hours. And I could also say 25 years of sleepless nights. Because you were always on the go. Another quality that I think is very important that you possess is integrity. Your ability to operate ethically and speak on your beliefs and to ensure that this district has always been in good standing speak a lot about the type of person that you are. And it's definitely important that those skills continue to manifest within this district, and you have actually modeled those behaviors. Another important attribute that you possess is the ability to adapt. Being able to adapt to unforeseen circumstances, being able to predict environmental shifts to ensure our district remain fiscally stable is all attributed to you. So I commend you. But I also must say that your leadership skills and your problem-solving skills cannot go unnoticed. Your ability to lead people, your ability to have conversations with people, your ability to look at a problem and find solutions make my job a lot easier. So I just want to briefly say, Rich, thank you for everything you have done. You will be missed. As you can see, I'm in your office, and you've always had this up on your board. What will you be remembered for? So I'm going to take the opportunity just to fill this in for you. So let's fill it in. I hope this works. But what did I speak on? Your commitment? It's not working. Come on, Rich. Rich, I could have added a lot more. But these stand out. But guess what?
this is what I will remember you most for. Take a look at this. I have a lot more, Rich, but that's just between us. Again, thank you for your service. You are a compliment to the profession, and we wish you much success.
Thank you. I guess it's time to say a few words, but I really didn't expect all that. So I was just kind of hoping we'd kind of have a board meeting and go unnoticed, and that would be the last one. But thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And I came to New Brunswick, a young 29-year-old kid, and started here as an hourly consultant and worked my way up, and been here for 25 years, and I really thank you for earning my zebra stripes. And I've met a lot of fantastic people in New Brunswick, and a lot of people that really, really care about the children, the community, and it always circles back to the students and the kids and giving them the opportunities that they deserve. And all I ever wanted to do is be a part of that and be a part of something that helps provide those opportunities. So the reason why I was always saying yes is because, and I don't always say yes, but is because we wanted to, I wanted to be part of something special in providing opportunities, and I think we've done that here. I think over the 25 years, we've built 8 schools, we've done a lot, we've accomplished a lot, and I think when I'm gone, I can sit back and think about all those things and reflect, but I'm just very thankful. I would just leave you with a thank you, and I'm just very thankful to all the principals, and all the administrators, and all the staff, and the students, and everybody, and I appreciate it. That was very nice, and I'll never forget it, so thank you very much. And the other thing is that I do want to thank my wife, who, you know, there's been a lot of nights here when I first started, being here till 6, 7 o'clock, and been married for 28 years, and have been my rock to help support me so that I could put everything into here, because now I have to learn to be as good there as I am here. So, and I just hope to do that, so I want to thank her too. So thank you very much, everybody, and I appreciate everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Move into item number 4, the minutes for December 19, 2023. Second.
Yes.
Mr. Ortiz. Yes. Mrs. Solis.
Yes.
Mr. Spencer. Yes. Mr. Adorno.
Yes.
Ms. Sevilla.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Moving to item number 5, the superintendent's report. Dr. Aubrey Johnson.
Yes, thank you. As of January 2024, we have enrolled 9,308 students. We had 12 cases of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. There were 210 suspensions. Our staff attendance rate was at 93%, and our student attendance rate was at 89%. For the month of December, there were 30 positive cases of COVID. We did see an uptick, so we're monitoring everything closely. And there were 10 positive COVID cases for students. Just this past Saturday on January 20th, through the partnership of New Jersey Black Women and Physicians Association and Brunswick Tomorrow, we administered 31 flu vaccines to students and adults and 12 COVID vaccines to adults. Our next vaccine clinic is scheduled for Saturday, February 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Red Shore. Also upcoming, we have our job fair, which is scheduled for Thursday, February 8th, for all district positions. Please visit any of our district school social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, or our district website for more information. On January 8th, our school district celebrated Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, recognizing the invaluable contributions of our dedicated law enforcement officers. This day served as an opportunity for our district to express deep appreciation for the sacrifices and commitment of law enforcement personnel who work tirelessly to uphold the safety and security of our schools and our neighborhoods. Also during this month, we celebrated the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As we reflect on his enduring legacy, let us continue to emulate the principles he championed, fostering a community that mirrors the compassion, understanding, and social justice that he personified. Together, we commemorate the ideals he represents, reaffirming our commitment to creating a school district that embraces the values of diversity, equality, and unity. And lastly, tomorrow, January 24th, we will be celebrating International Day of Education, a global observance dedicated to the fundamental rights of education for all, and emphasizes its pivotal role in achieving sustainable development goals that are a blueprint to achieve a better future for all. The Sustainable Development Goals address the global challenges we face, such as no poverty, zero hunger, quality education, gender equality, good health and well-being, sustainable cities and communities, climate action, peace, justice, and strong institutions, clean water and sanitation, and affordable and clean energy. And that's just a few of the 17 goals. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson. And please have a vote to a motion for your review.
Second. Dr. Caldwell. Yes. Mrs. Medina Hernandez. Yes. Mr. Ortiz. Yes. Mrs. Solis. Yes. Mr. Spencer. Yes. Mr. Adorno. Yes. Ms. Sevilla.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Item number 6, student representative report, Ms. Perez.
Good evening, my name is Jalen Perez and I will be presenting the student representative report. Spirit Week is occurring this week, January 22nd to January 26th. Monday being PJ Day, Tuesday being Stuffed Animal Day, Wednesday is Dress as Your Type, Thursday being Throwback 90s, and Friday being Class Color Day. Seniors are participating in AccuPlacer testing this week as a way to meet the 2023 New Brunswick, New Jersey graduation pathway requirement. Marking period 2 will end next week, marking the halfway point of the 2023-2024 school year. And BHS students will be changing their halfway year classes as they continue to work on earning credits and for seniors to graduate. I want to give a special congratulations to Daisy Sanchez for her full ride to Stanford University and Elizabeth Escobar for her full ride to Duke University. And I also want to give a special congratulations to Jorge Ceballos and Eduardo Leal as they were selected to the Honorable Mentions team for Central New Jersey Soccer Group. And a special congratulations to Angel Cortez, who was named to the first team for Central New Jersey Soccer Group and selected as one of the best players in New Jersey. Thank you. This is it for my report.
Thank you so much. Amazing accomplishments. Moving to item number 7, Facilities Committee Report, Mr. Spencer, Chairperson.
The facility meeting committee met on January 10th. Regarding the high school gym addition, we achieved our goal of getting the roofing and exterior walls in place by the end of the year. With the building enclosed, we have started temporary heating. Progress on the interior walls and finishes can now continue as scheduled. The permanent HVAC system have been lifted onto the roof and now are being connected to utilities and ductwork. The completion of the gym addition is still on track for this summer. On another note, it is my opinion that all the holidays have significance. The recognition of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is like Jesus, both had challenges they experienced for equality, respectability, empathy, compassion, and other positive attributes that fall under love. I recall in my youth looking at the civil rights movement on TV and reading the newspaper stories of Dr. King leading the civil rights movement. It is because of Dr. King and others involved in the civil rights movement that their efforts to address segregation, discrimination, and voting restrictions. As a result of these efforts, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was enacted. The civil rights movement was for equality for African Americans, but the result was for all Americans. Dr. King sacrificed his life to make life better in America, which resonated around the world, as followed. The teachings of Jesus. He followed the teachings of Jesus, and his quest for change both worked for the betterment of the world. After all the multitude of physical, mental threats to his life and his family, it is because of his efforts for change, he understood his time was coming to an end, which is why he recorded his eulogy for the world to hear. The following is the audible eulogy of Dr. Martin Luther King, which I feel is an impactful speech.
Every now and then I get all characteristic about that day when we will be victimized with what is life's final common denominator. That's something we call death. We all think about it, and every now and then I think about my own death, and I think about my own funeral, and I don't think of it in a morbid sense. Every now and then I ask myself, what is it? I would want to say, and I leave the word to you this morning. If any of you are around when I have to meet my day, I don't want a long funeral. And if you get somebody to deliver the eulogy, tell them not to talk too much. Every now and then I wonder what I want them to say. Tell them not to mention that I have a Nobel Peace Prize. That is important. Tell them not to mention that I have 300 or 400 other awards. That's not important. Tell them not to mention where I went to school. I'd like somebody to mention that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to give his life serving others. I'd like for somebody to say that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to love somebody. I want you to say that day that I tried to be right on the walkway. I want you to be able to say that day that I did try to feed the hungry. I want you to be able to say that day that I did try in my life to clothe those who were naked. I want you to say on that day that I did try in my life to visit those who were in prison. I want you to say that I tried to love and serve humanity. Yes, if you want to say that I was a drum major, say that I was a drum major for justice. Say that I was a drum major for peace. I was a drum major for righteousness. And all of the other shallow things will not matter. I won't have any money to leave behind. I won't have the fine and luxurious things of life to leave behind. But I just want to leave a committed life behind. And that's all I want to say. If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a wild song. If I can show somebody he's driving wrong, then my living will not be in vain. If I can do my duty as a Christian, or if I can bring salvation to a world once wrought, if I can spread the message as the Master taught, then my living will not be in vain. Yes, Jesus, I want to be on your right or your left side. Not for any selfish reason. I want to be on your right or your left side, not in terms of some political kingdom or ambition, but I just want to be there in love and in justice and in truth and in commitment to others so that we can make of this old world a new world.
I was 16 years old at the time of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. I remember receiving the news that Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated when I was leaving my job. I felt the sorrow and anger mount up in me. It took me some time to assess myself. It was at this time I decided I would work on making a change in my life to emulate my parents who were involved with the civil rights movement in our community through Dr. Martin Luther King and others, some unsung sheroes and heroes. Hopefully, my efforts will transcend to others in making a change. Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you so much, Mr. Spencer, for that thoughtful thing. Item number 8, the Athletic Committee report. Mr. Adorno.
Thank you, Madam President. The winter season has a few weeks left and there are many highlights to be recognized. The boys and girls basketball team have as many or more wins this season as they've had in any of the past 3, with still more than a handful of games remaining in the season. Girls wrestling has had a lot of success this year with 5 girls placing in the county. Zedekiah Pollard placed in the county tournament as well as took 2nd place in the Elizabeth tournament, which was also the largest girls wrestling tournament in New Jersey history. Coach Pettit notched his first win as head coach versus South Brunswick this past Saturday. The boys team will wrestle in their county tournament this Friday and Saturday at Piscataway High School. As the county championships for track and field, senior Tajay Henderson placed 5th in the 55-meter dash, and David John placed 5th in high jump, clearing 5 feet 10 as a freshman. Sign-ups for spring season has officially opened with sports that include baseball, softball, spring track and field, golf, boys tennis, boys volleyball, esports, and for the 2nd year ever, girls flag football. That concludes my report.
Thank you.
Reconciliation for December.
Oh. Mrs. Medina Hernandez.
Yes.
Mr. Ortiz.
Yes.
Mrs. Solis.
Yes.
Mr. Spencer. Mr. Adorno.
Yes.
Ms. Sevilla.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Item number 9, the Curriculum and Policy Committee. Mrs. Diana Solis.
Thank you, Madam President. The Curriculum and Policy Committees met on January 18th. We didn't have any presentations, but we did go over policies PNR 3212 and PNR 4212 regarding attendance. Legislation signed on July 3rd, 2023, revised statutes that expanded the allowable uses of sick time for school employees, PNR 3212 for teaching staff members, and PNR 4212 changed from 4211 for support staff members have been revised to reference the revised statutes in the new PNR 1642.01 sick leave, which was board approved on December 19, 2023. That concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you so much. Item number 10, the Educational Services Services Commission of New Jersey, Dr. Dale Caldwell.
Yes, thank you very much. So far this year has been a good one for the commission. We're still looking at expanding programs for special needs students, and our new superintendent is doing well. There's some growing pains. We're doing things a little differently, but the commission continues to grow. That's my report.
Thank you. Moving to item number 11, public comments. Do we have people on that have signed up, Mr. General?
Yes, we have several. First, I'll call it a microphone, April Nicholas.
She couldn't make it tonight.
Here, okay. How about Linda Stork?
Please state your name and address. Oh, we can't hear you. Okay, hold on, Ms. Stork. Sorry.
Linda Stork, 12 Park Boulevard. Wow. Okay, I had a question about Resolution X. After I read the page, I at least know what it's about. But how does that really work, that $1.25 million payments get made to an equipment company? If somebody could explain that a little bit. I get that it's the energy savings program, but what equipment are we paying those kind of payments on? I would be curious to know. And also, the 210 suspensions for December, correct? So in 3 weeks of school, 210, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, 210 students, not 210 days. And it's only the out-of-school suspensions. It's not counting the in-school suspensions. So that's 70 out-of-school suspensions a week. I would like to hear what's being done to address that. It looked like we were trending better for a while, but this is double what the high that I remember from last year of 100, and it's almost double of 110. Yes, so that is what I would like to hear about, those two things, please.
Yeah, I can certainly answer the first one. So, Resolution X is that, I would say, I'm not sure how many years ago it was, but we participated in an energy savings improvement program, which many schools are doing now. Ours was probably one of the first and biggest ones in the state, where we received over $20 million worth of renovations, all new lighting in all the schools, cogeneration plants, solar power, new controls throughout the entire district. And for that $20 million worth of improvements that were done in the schools, you then achieve and have to pay, the TD American Finance is the finance company that that $20 million is financed. The $20 million worth of renovations are not free. There's calculations done through that program where your energy savings, and this goes to the BPU, where they guarantee that you will receive energy savings for the improvements that we've done. And then for 20 years, you then make payments every year, so you will continue to see a payment of about $1.3 million every year. I think there's about 10 years left on it. So that's what that payment is that you're seeing that we're approving. Once a year, we're making a payment to the company to pay off for all those renovations that were completed.
But it saved us money in the long run, correct?
The way the program is designed and the way it is, the savings that we get from less electrical use and power and everything pays for those renovations. You save money, but you're not spending money. So in theory, we've received $20 million worth of renovations that are energy savings in our bills. We've had $20 million in bill avoidance in order to pay it off. Yes.
But do we save that much in 1 year, or it'll just be into the future?
Well, you save a certain amount every year that is to pay for it. So you don't save $20 million in 1 year. You save probably $20 million over a course of, I think it's like 20 years that they run the program.
Well, that's what I meant, the 1.2 million per year that we pay. Are we saving that much in bills?
Theoretically, yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell. There's different things that go, like you can't sit there and say, you save $1.2 million today. If it's 0 degrees out for 6 months, you might have spent more money than you spent last year, right? So once they have the program and run all those things, the answer to that question is yes. But there's a lot of different factors that go into it also.
Well, plus we have those things going into the future, so they'll always be helping us save.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Could I hear something about the suspensions? What's being done to address that?
Yeah, so right now, yes, there is a spike in suspensions for the month of December. I do have some concerns about that, and we'll be speaking, actually I started to have some conversations with some administrators. It just seems predominantly in our middle and high school grades. Look, we want students in schools, but at the same time, we need a safe and orderly school environment. This school year, we have set the tone, and we kind of let students know what expectations are. I cannot tell you what happened in December where their behavioral expectations may have changed a little, but it's definitely something that I will look into and start. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'll call to the microphone Norman Daniels.
Mr. Daniels, please state your name and address.
Norman Daniels, 84 Larch Ave. I am here to question the status for the name change for our esteemed public elementary school, Woodrow Wilson. After careful consideration and community input, it is suggested that we rebrand the school to better reflect our values, vision, and the diverse nature of our student body. Woodrow Wilson, the 28th President of the United States, faced criticism for his racial views and policies. Wilson's administration implemented policies that reinforced racial segregation, including segregating bathrooms and cafeterias in federal buildings, and endorsed the 1915 film, The Birth of a Nation, which celebrated the Ku Klux Klan. He did not actively support civil rights advancements and faced criticism for not addressing his racial tensions of his time. The new name will embrace diversity, ensuring that every student feels represented and welcome. Aligning the school name with history and values can strengthen our connection with the community. New Brunswick is its own home of historic legends. If there's a shift or enhancement in the school's educational approach, the new name can reflect our commitment to excellence and innovations. Ensuring that the school's name remains relevant and resonates with the current and future generations is crucial for maintaining a positive and forward-looking identity. A thoughtful name change can positively impact the school's identity and community relationships. I believe the name change aligns with our values and aspirations for the future. I look forward to the opportunity for further discussion and considerations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniels. We'll certainly be in discussion about this. We have in facilities committee, so thank you. You're igniting that conversation as well.
I'll call up Candace Howard.
Please state your name and address. Thank you.
It's Kenise Howard at 173 Front Street. Good evening, members of the Board of Education. My name is Kenise Howard, and I'm a native, longtime resident, employee, and dedicated community leader of the city of New Brunswick. Tonight, I'm here to support my community partner, fellow alumni, and dear friend, Mr. Norman Daniels. Together, him and I have been working together towards a common possesses so much power, it shapes the identity of a place, it endures representation and definition, and it should also resonate with the values of an establishment. This gives reason to consider changing the school's name from Woodrow Wilson to a revered educator and esteemed community leader. The late Mr. William Lewis Dunbar epitomized the essence of community service, dedicating his life to helping students strive for excellence. His impact goes beyond the walls of the school, echoing through the lives of those he has profoundly affected, such as myself and Mr. Daniels. Not only was he a legendary and distinguished teacher, but also a beacon of inspiration for countless students and members of this community. Naming the school after Mr. Dunbar will embrace the spirit of positive change, graciously honor his legacy, and surely ring bells. In supporting this proposal, we not only pay tribute to an exceptional individual, but also send a powerful message to current and future students. A message that underscores our commitment to fostering an environment of excellence, compassion, and community engagement. Therefore, I would like for the board to consider recommencing this process of the school name change and view this as an astonishing opportunity to honor a legacy that aligns with the very best aspirations of our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Howard. And you, Mr. Dawson. Dunbar did not play by academics, or he did not play about people being lazy. Those lessons. Who's the next person, Mr. Chairman?
Charlie Crowder.
Please state your name and address.
Good evening, Charlie Cradaville, Sedan Street, New Brunswick. I want to start by thanking Mr. Daniels and Ms. Howard for those eloquent remarks. I am not proud of having a school in our district named for Woodrow Wilson, and I hope that that will swiftly change. I also wanted to actually take a moment to congratulate the business administrator on his retirement and wish him well. I know it's no secret we often disagree, but I do appreciate his work for the district, and I wanted to ask about the transition. Can the board tell us who's going to replace him and when that will happen?
Personal matters, we don't speak on that.
Can you tell me when he will be leaving? When will we get a new business administrator?
We're working on that. As soon as we're ready to make an announcement, it will be made.
Okay, well, does he have a date that he is retiring?
31st.
The end of this month?
Yes.
Okay, and we don't know who's replacing him or when we'll find out.
When we're ready to make an announcement, we will.
Okay, and where will that announcement be?
People will have it. It will be released to the community. So.
Okay, how can I get it?
It'll be posted on the website.
Okay, and before February 1st?
Perhaps.
Okay, how about this? What happens if the board doesn't take action? Who takes over?
There are protocols even by the state in the event that no one is within that position.
Right, and so what does that say? Who would take over? What happens?
Him and assistant DA. Okay.
Yeah.
The assistant would take over on an interim basis, but that decision will be made if and when necessary.
Okay, well, it's going to be necessary very soon, I think, so I'm just trying to find out. Can you tell me who the assistant BA is?
We have two BAs in that position. Two assistant BAs, I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's unclear which one will take over at this time. Okay, I just think it's a very important position, and yeah, we all deserve the information about it. But I will move on. I want to bring to the attention the policy 9400. The chief communications representative of the district is supposed to be the superintendent, says he shall be readily available to media representatives. and so on and so forth. So I've reached out a number of times with questions and I haven't gotten responses, so I just wanted to open it up to you, Superintendent. Let us know how best to, how you'll make yourself available to media representatives.
That your time is up, Mr. Carville. Thank you so much.
Can I get an answer to the question?
You can always email me, but I do not respond to all media requests. So it's not, you do not take it personally, Mr. Cradable. I do not respond, and I definitely do not respond to information that was already presented to the board or in a public meeting. So that's just my response.
Okay, well, I think that people deserve better, and I hope that we can all find ways to work together better.
I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Next person.
Carlos Ramirez.
Please state your name and address.
Carlos Ramirez, reporter with New Brunswick Today. Just wanted to mention on December 21st, the La Quinta Community School hosted its winter concert in which my sibling was participating. I attended along with general public and other family members. As other attendees reported, so did I. Unfortunately, according to security, I was to be removed upon request from the principal, which principal I was never made aware of, which was a very distasteful move from the New Brunswick Public Schools. I've attended many other events in other schools, which many principals have found it very pleasant for me to attend and cover the events they're hosting for those parents that cannot attend or to see their kids performing. It's a very distasteful move considering that the board has mentioned that the press does not cover the good in the district. And while I intend to do that, I've been met with blockade and being removed. And I should mention that this event was open to the general public. There was no security asking for ID, pat downs, or metal detectors, bag checks. Random Joe from the street could come into the school and watch a performance. However, I feel that I was targeted for having a fancier camera and was asked to remove. We reached out to the Board of Ed, we reached out to you, Superintendent, received no response in regards to this incident. So I feel like you should have a conversation with your faculty in those schools, especially when they're in positions of principals, to see what the situation is. Why is it that I cannot go in there and report as a reporter or as a family member with siblings in that school? It's a very distasteful move, and we hope you can give us a response for that, because if the general public's allowed and there's no security check with no ID checks either, I should be able to walk in and record my siblings or anybody for the general public that is there to do so. Doesn't make a difference if I have a cell phone, smartphone, whether it be streamed through a cell phone or just the fancier equipment with a camera. I think it was a very distasteful move from the principal who decided to have me removed from there. So I hope you can give me a response to that, because we intend, or at least I intend to cover the good that does go down in the school district. So I hope you could give me a response to that.
Dr. Johnson is going to say something, but I do have a remark, I do have a response to that, because when this happened, I received a call, and I think you're using the word distasteful, and I think it's pretty distasteful to say that you're comparing yourself to a parent that may be coming to an event where they're recording them kids, and then you're coming in and saying that you're not a reporter. Not only that is that distasteful, that's actually deceiving, and that's not okay. And putting that a video on a public website is not okay. So you may perceive certain things that are said about certain things being public, but I think that maybe you should have conversations with other reporters, right? About the nuance of coming into a school and what that means in terms of security and putting certain videos on camera, especially on an open page.
Can I get some clarification when you state that I'm not a reporter? Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Because
I didn't say you're not a reporter. If you received what I just said as you not being a reporter, that's on you. And I think that Dr. Johnson may have, because It's not okay. It's not okay to come into a school and be deceiving about who you are going. If you're coming here as a family member, you're welcome. But if you're coming here as a representing news, then there's protocols for that.
I made it clear to the security guard who let me in, along with other people who were in line with no ID checks. The camera equipment I carry has big bright letters that indicate the news network I work for.
Did you call prior to that saying that you're coming in as a family member, or did you come in here saying you are now under New Brunswick today? Because those are two different conversations. And it's not okay to come here and that you're being distasteful. Distasteful is coming in one of the schools and misrepresenting who you are and why you're here. Do you see? I hope you see my point.
Did the school confirm who was going in there as a family member as well?
I'm asking about you. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. It's distasteful. And it's not okay to come in here and say that you're somebody else and putting other kids on a public page.
So you put kids at risk because I'm recording when I'm well known in the community, but yet you give zero care for
Your 3 minutes
students
have been out. Thank you
that
for
you
your
have in the
message.
school, and you do no background checks, do no security check, no
Your
path downs,
3 minutes
or
are-
metal
thank you for your
detectors.
message.
That's pretty
Please cut that
distasteful.
microphone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's not okay.
It's out of place for the board to not care about the welfare of these kids and let anybody walk in with no caveats or have
Thank you,
their
Mr. Ramirez.
first shot.
Mr. Ramirez, you need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop.
People are not happy with the situation.
You need to
going on.
stop.
You and I have had many conversations.
You're out of order.
Mr. Ramirez, thank you so much for your comments. Please stop.
You give no care about the public or the safety of the students in your school.
I disagree. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Can we hear from the superintendent?
We can move on. Who's the next person, please?
I believe it's Tanya Malia. Ms. Malia? No, Ms.
Malia,
Malia,
please come
okay.
to-
Liliana Hernandez?
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Liliana Hernández, vivo en la 167 de la Roja. Hoy me he hecho presente a esta reunión porque mi niño, bueno,
So today I am here at this meeting because my child,
yo vengo por la, bueno, yo vengo
I come
por el
because
superintendente
to the superintendent, speak to the superintendent,
porque
because
yo puse a mi niño
I put my child
en la escuela Marshall
at the River School,
y ahí
and there
sucedió un
was an
incidente
incident
donde el cual el niño se salió
where
de
the
la
child
escuela
left the school
y
and
ni los maestros ni
the
los
teachers
security
nor security
se dieron cuenta.
were aware of it.
Mi niño llegó a la casa,
My child came home,
no sé desde qué horas mi niño
I'm not sure what time,
anduvo en la carretera,
he was on the streets,
había estado que me pasara algo
because there's something that happened to him.
y hoy yo me hice presente
Today I am present
porque nunca recibí una llamada
because I never received a phone call
de
from
superintendente,
the superintendent
lo fui a buscar
who went to look for him.
y me dijeron que él no me podía
And he told me
atender
that he couldn't speak to me
y que él no se encontraba.
and that he wasn't available.
Hasta la fecha de hoy
To this date,
no he tenido ninguna respuesta.
I have not had no answer.
Me reuní con la
I met with the
principal
principal
y ella me dio una
and
versión.
she told me a version.
Luego tuvimos otra reunión
Then we had another meeting
y ella me dio otra versión.
and she gave me another version.
Yo exijo,
I expect
por favor, reunirme
to please have a meeting
con el superintendente
with the superintendent
porque yo quiero
because I want
que me muestren las cámaras de la escuela
to show me the cameras of
qué
the school,
realmente
what really
pasó con mi niño.
happened with my child.
Porque ella, la principal,
Because the principal
me ha dejado como una mentirosa.
has left me like a liar.
Soy una persona humilde
I'm a humble person.
Y ella me ha tratado como
And she has
que,
treated me like
soy mentirosa,
a
como que
liar,
mi niño
like
no
your
asiste a la
child
escuela.
did not come to school.
Y hay un testigo
So there's a witness
que sí, es el que me llevó a la
that
escuela
was
al
the one who
niño
took my kid to school,
y él lo entregó en la escuela.
and he had him and then
Gracias.
thank you.
Muchas gracias, señora Fernández. Vamos a estar en contacto, en comunicación con usted, ¿ok?
Está bien, gracias.
Muchas gracias por su comentario. Do you have another person, Mr. General?
Yes. Marnie McCoy.
Good evening. My name is Marnie McCoy. My address is 3 Parkview Drive, New Brunswick, New Jersey. I would like to, if possible, direct my comments to my colleague and friend, Rich Jannerone, and invite everybody else to listen in. Rich, somebody else has to take notes. Hi. Congratulations to you. It has been such a privilege to work with you during my time here in New Brunswick. I want to celebrate you for being a professional exemplar at all times. Even during the most difficult times of our tenure here together, you have been a professional, and you have always kept students at the forefront of every decision that we made and everything that we did. I tried to think long and hard about a time that I came to you for assistance to get something done for our staff, for our district, for our students, and you told me we couldn't do it. I thought for 3 days, literally, and I could not come up with a time that you said to me, we can't do it. You said to me, we can't do it like that. You said to me, Marty, explain it to me one more time. What in the world is it that you're trying to do? I can't do it like that, but give me a few days. We'll figure it out. And you always did. Thank you. Thank you for being an example to break the mold that business administrators only care about money. You have demonstrated that education is about all of our students and that our students win, even when adults confuse that and get it wrong, when adults try to win. But your goal has always been for kids to win and to be the beneficiary of our work. And so, in the spirit of your favorite NBA player, I would say Magic Johnson, but we know it's Larry Bird. When Larry Bird retired, he left his role as a player, but he didn't leave the game. He coached, he became an executive in the NBA, and so while you may leave, I'm sitting down, while you may leave your role as a player, don't leave the game. We need you to coach. Congratulations, Rich. My heart for you always. Thank you for the privilege of being on your team.
Thank you, Dr. McCoy. That was very special. That means a lot. Thank you. And you mean a lot to this district. You've done fantastic work. I didn't have anybody else that signed up. I do see, I don't know if Dr. Trigg is in attendance, but I do see that Dr. Trigg emailed me late this evening, but sorry, Dr. Trigg, there is a 24-hour advance notice, and So we apologize for that. And that concludes the public comments.
Board President, can I just make a statement?
Yes, please.
Ms. Kuchilski, can you just meet with the parent from Red Shaw? Just get her information. You can schedule something for next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to item number 12, the President's report. I was trying to think about what to speak on today, and it dawned on me that in between all the different holidays and all the different tasks that we do in our different roles, people start the new year and thinking about resolutions. And as someone who works within the mental health, I often ask people to not look at New Year's resolutions, but rather look at things and behaviors that we would do more of and what behaviors we would do less of during this particular year, whether it may be the next 3 months. And this is some of the work that I do with children. So today, as I was thinking about listening to Dr. Martin Luther King's eulogy, what it takes to really got me thinking about the strength, right, and the mental strength to kind of think about your own eulogy as you think about the work that you're doing. So I hope that in the work that we do and the New Year's resolutions or the behaviors that we do more of, that we think about social justice and the stuff that we do. And I think New Brunswick has done, even around the arts, a lot of work in conversations about how we create different paths of talking about social justice, right? One of the works that Dr. Luther King has talked about are the two Americas. And we see how important it is to make sure that within those conversations, we talk about social justice. So I thank everyone who came today for tonight's meeting. Mr. General, you will truly be missed. One of the first times that I met Mr. General, and he said, "You really want to do this?" And he said, "Yeah." He's like, and then he looked and he's like, "Wow, this is really community people." So I thank you for your work. The children, thank you for your work. And the only thing we ask, please don't send pictures at the beach when you're having wonderful vacations, but well deserved, and we wish you all the best. So thank you. Moving to item number 13, the consent agenda resolutions A through AD.
Second.
Yes.
Ortiz.
Yes.
Solis.
Yes.
Mr. Spencer.
Yes.
Ms. Varela. Mr. Dorno.
Yes.
Mrs. Sevilla.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Item number 14, the Finance Committee report. Ms. Diana Solis, Chairperson, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm still the chair. Thank you, Madam President. All members of the Finance Committee, along with the remaining members of the board, had an opportunity to review the Finance Committee report, and I'm requesting a motion for the bank report.
So moved.
Dr. Caldwell. Mrs. Medina Hernandez.
Yes, abstain, page 23.
Page 23. So noted. Mr. Ortiz.
Yes.
Mrs. Solis.
Yes.
Mr. Spencer. Page 7. Noted for the record. Ms. Varela. Mr. Adorno.
Yes, I abstain on pages 7 and 18.
7 and 18. So noted. And Ms. Sevilla.
Yes, abstain on 14 and 29, please.
Page 14 and 29. Noted for the record. Motion approved.
Moving to item 15, resolution for closed session. Whereas the Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey SA 4-6 provides that certain matters of a public body may be discussed in closed session, and whereas the Board of Education intends to discuss matters as follows. 1, personnel matters, and 2, matters of attorney and client privilege. Now therefore be it resolved that the aforesaid subject shall be discussed in closed session by this Board of Education administrative staff, and the minutes of said closed session discussion will be made available to the public when the reasons to the non-disclosure in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act no longer exist. Can I please have a motion for closed session?
Second.
Dr. Caldwell. Mrs. Medina Hernandez.
Yes.
Mr. Ortiz. Mrs. Solis.
Yes.
Mr. Spencer. Mr. Spencer?
Yes.
And Ms. Varela. Mr. Adorno.
Yes.
Ms. Sevilla.
Yes, we are now.
We are in closed session.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.